All right, guys, welcome back. President Trump has set a deadline for 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow afternoon, or sorry, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And what this means for a lot of people, 90 million people to be exact, in Iran, is it's going to change the world, I believe. Trump has basically said open the Strait of Hormuz by Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, or else. Here's the thing, you need to see exactly how he said it. A lot of people are going to get offended. They're going to clutch some pearls. But he posted, and I'm going to read this verbatim because I genuinely didn't believe it was real at first. Let me pull this post up by the President of the United States, and I want to show you this. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing strait, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. And even makes a reference to who they worship. That's an official statement from the President of the United States, shared across government platforms, shared around the world. Okay? That should tell you something. Now, quick question. If any other world leader posted that, what would your gut reaction be? Because mine would be this person's losing control. They don't have a grip on the situation. I'm not saying that to be partisan. I'm saying we need to apply some of the same rational lens to every world leader, including ours. But President Trump has an axe to grind. Iran tried to get rid of the guy. They've made threats. Iran has killed 30 plus thousand of their own people. So where does Iran stand? Wall Street Journal, various other outlets are reporting Iranian officials have flatly refused to compromise. They rejected a proposal to open the strait in exchange for a temporary ceasefire. The Speaker of Iran's parliament fired back, directly saying Trump's move are dragging the U.S. into, quote, a living hell forever single family, and warning the whole region is going to burn. I've got some other stuff I want to show you where we really need to talk about what is actually occurring and what the layout looks like. Because I'll show you this. This is the Strait of Hormuz. And what we're seeing in this area is a lot of chaos, a lot of discombobulation, a lot of what I would say pushback. And I don't believe that Iran has any idea what they're getting into. But right now, they control this 21-mile stretch of the strait. There's a 4-mile shipping lane that they control. And I believe the president has just about had enough of everything. You don't see a whole lot of shipping traffic coming here, do you? None. I know there's rumors that the UAE and Dubai are planning to cut a channel through here. That will take years, probably 25 to 30 years to cut a channel across there to avoid the strait. And they've probably waited 50 years too long. That's my guess. But you're going to see exactly what this president is made of. You're going to see what Iran is, I'll say, effing around with, to put that nicely, because I believe they are effing around. The president also put out this post: we've rescued the seriously wounded, really brave F-15 weapons officer from deep inside the mountains of Iran. The Iranian military was looking hard. They were looking for a hostage. They were not looking to help them. That's the difference right now. He's a highly respected colonel. We all know this story. You've gotten the talking points repeated to you all day. by various channels that'll set and tell you 4D chess, 5D chess, 6D chess. And they'll just moan and groan for 3 hours over and over. Good for them. But what do you think? Do you think, I've got a poll in the chat. Do you think the president of the United States is going to turn the lights off in Iran? Turn off the power? I really believe he's going to. I really believe that the president of the United States is going to turn the lights out in Iran. And this is a great video here. It shows a graphic of actually what occurs through the Straits of Hormuz on a daily basis. I want you to see this, because a lot of people don't understand. But the ships line up. I've been through the Panama Canal, and the ships line up trying to get through the Panama Canal, 20, 30 miles deep of ships just parked. I'm going to tell you, this matters strategically because the Strait of Hormuz, you see here the gas prices, the oil prices going up. The Strait of Hormuz is Iran's only card to play. They control a massive chunk of the global oil flow, as you see here. And Trump, after spending a couple of days, contemplating these things, there's a lot of news outlets that said the president was ill, said he was at Walter Reed Hospital. We all know that's a lie. We all know it's a lie. But the president, I believe, has had enough. Now, there's various members across these different councils, and I'd love to get your cost of gas in the chat down there. Put the cost of gas where you live. Post that. Gas prices and where you live down in the chat. You can see how this is affecting the world, not just the United States. So at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, there's going to be a deadline. The President of the United States has also said that he is going to hold a press conference tomorrow at 1 p.m. to basically brief the nation. And I don't believe that any other president has ever taken the time to do something like this, unless he's got some real cards up his sleeve, or maybe some tricks up his sleeve. I'd like to get your opinion on what do you think is going to happen here. But here's the X post from President Trump, and right at the bottom, I'll be having a news conference with the military at the Oval Office 1 p.m. tomorrow. God bless our great military warriors, President DJT. Where are all of the where's all the Ukraine bros at right now? Where's all the Epstein file bros at right now? Where are all of the we're the squad? Have you heard anything from the squad lately? I don't think I've heard anything from Ilhan and some of the other ilks about this. But there's a lot of misinformation going around. The Daily Mail got involved in it. They posted a vile tweet, an article concerning the incredible rescue. And I've said it before. There's a lot of people that would have liked to have seen this pilot caught and heinous things done to him, rather than the success of the American government, the American people, the American military. You know it as good as I do. But the Daily Mail has since deleted their tweet. But they're basically just a bunch of sick freaks. And you know some of them just like I do. They would rather see America fail. More information's come out about the rescue. He said some things over the radio, sending some minor signals. $300 to fill your truck. Man, you got a big gas tank. Wow. I love how everybody blames the president for, the hair gel dudes. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I love how everyone blames the president when gas prices are high, but never any credit when it's low. You know that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go over here. If you haven't seen it, or if you didn't see my video this morning discussing the rescue, these are some wreckage photos. And you can see here this AH-6, these basically these little birds, I think is what they call them, rolling out of the back of the C-130. There's two C-130s left behind. The same people that are freaking out about the C-130s that were destroyed won't say a damn word about the billions of dollars of equipment left behind by President Joe Biden in Afghanistan. Have you seen anybody crying about that? No, it's weird, isn't it? I saw that comment in there. It's weird how no one will say a damn word about that. It's pitiful, actually, how nobody will say a damn word about it. You can see more of this wreckage. And this pilot was probably just moments away from actually getting captured. Moments away from getting captured and having, I'll just say this, a lot of bad things would have happened to this pilot. Yeah, the Aloha Gay Bar people are freaking out right now. This is this is pitiful. I've said it once, I'll say it again. The president of the United States has a superpower and an uncanny ability of exposing who hates America. He has an uncanny ability of doing this. This weapons officer shot down over Iran had been rescued. The update, we've got a lot of that. We were live streaming it last night as soon as it came out. And this is exactly what it probably looked like with the special forces hot roping, or fast, I think it's called fast roping down into that. And now the president's going to follow through. A lot of people aren't going to be happy by his actions. But you know what? Get happy. The crazy part of this whole damn thing is right here. In my opinion, this is the craziest part of the whole mission, is that they actually built a runway. They built a runway in the area to get this pilot out, to land two C-130s and then get the pilot out. That's the part that I can't get over. And I mean, this is like something out of a damn Jerry Bruckheimer movie. You see this? This is the lay of the land here of where this runway was built. And maybe they built it. Maybe they had some local yokels build it. I don't know. CIA does some things that I agree with and some that I don't. And I'm glad that I don't know what the hell they actually are doing. But what are your thoughts in the chat? Was this what would you give this on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being amazing, 1 being horrible. How would you grade this rescue mission? because I believe anytime you get your goal out without any injuries, no sustained fatalities, that's pretty damn amazing. I think it's a hell of a maneuver. So, oh gosh, this scares me. Just this comment from D's 23 scares me. Can you imagine if Kamala was president? I can't imagine that, to be honest with you. And I don't think anybody in the chat wants to imagine what this would be like. This is the location of approximately where this happened. You can see it's about 200 miles northeast of Karg Island, about 150 miles south of Tehran. But I don't think anyone wants to imagine what would have happened here. I'll pull this up here so you can see approximately where this whole thing went down. It's right in this area right here. It's actually, funnily enough, in this national park area that I've made fun of on numerous times, because I'm like, I can't believe Iran has a damn national park. Well, now we know what the national park was probably for. We probably know what the national park was for. But it's right in this area right here, this Kola Ghazi National Park. And apparently, this pilot was right up in here somewhere. Somewhere he climbed to 7,000 feet with an injury to get his beacon up so that it could get a signal. So it's right up in this area. I don't believe we're ever really going to know the precise location. I'm sure we're probably going to get some National Park of Goats. Oh, I don't know what that means, but yeah, why not, right? Love to get your opinion on this, though, because this is one hell of a rescue mission. I think it's amazing. I don't know who this colonel is. I hope his identity is kept secret for as long as possible, because you know his family's lives would be in danger. How many of you believe that we would see some Palestinian American haters outside of these families' houses? I believe they would be. I believe with how the United States operates, that we would probably see protesters outside of this colonel's house. Now, overnight, there has been shelling in Tehran. They have been dropping warheads on foreheads. A lot of people are saying, I'm sure, of course they would. I believe they would. More than likely, this pilot was stationed in England at RAF Mildenhall, which is in RAF Mildenhall is about 100 miles north of London. And I believe what you would see, because of the heavy Islamic population in England, that you would see protest there, and that family would be in massive danger. Kim Harris, of course they would. They would be in danger living in England because of this. You know it as good as I do. And if you don't, and if you're not aware of that, then you're just ignoring the fact of what the world has become now. That's what the world has actually become. And some of these so-called pundits, these Fox News hosts, are now starting to out themselves. They're really starting to out themselves. Question for the chat. Where do you think that the I believe the center point of any attacks from President Trump are going to be on these nuclear sites. There's 3 nuclear sites here. There's a yellow cake factory here. There's another nuclear waste facility there. And then there is a 3rd uranium mine here, where Iran is mining their own uranium to enrich things. So I believe the first thing we need to do is shut down these nuclear facilities, and then we target infrastructure in and around Tehran. That's what I believe. And you can see these red highlighted circles those are basically targeted strikes over the last 24 hours in Operation Rising Lion. Okay. Sorry, Operation Epic Fury. Epic Fury. My apologies. You can see the missile bases. You can see the air bases. We've got to continue to do this. But let me ask you this. And I'm not sure if Grits and Gravy will be here. He probably doesn't want to come back since he owes me some cash. Do you think we see boots on the ground again? Because we just saw boots on the ground with the rescue mission. We just saw that. Somebody says, what a shame. Good citizens are going to start with nothing. The price for freedom is high. I do agree with you there. I agree with you 1,000% that there are going to be some bystanders. Looks like a lot of booms in Iran right now. Yeah. There's 90 million people there in Iran, and I would say a vast majority of these people are probably hardworking, good people. Sadly, those hardworking, good people would have turned that pilot over for 60,000 American dollars in a second. And you know that as good as I do. You know as good as I do that they would. Now you can see here just off the coast of the Med, we've got a lot of military, United States military equipment here, military warships, United States Navy warships off the coast of the Med because of the stuff going on in Beirut and Lebanon. Suez Canal's down here. They're trying to get more help on station as quickly as possible. The George Bush is probably within range right now. That's what I think. But I believe the president is going to get this strait opened back up for a regular flow of traffic. And Iran, it's kind of their choice right now. Freedom doesn't come free. No, it doesn't. I believe Iran has some real decisions to make. And I want to show you something else that I found really interesting is the pearl clutching by CNN. And if you haven't seen this, I believe you need to see this because the X post by the president saying that, the effing, they got till, listen to the pearl clutching. These same people celebrated Charlie Kirk's passing. They protest daily in the streets calling President Trump everything that you could imagine.
He has just threatened Iran in extraordinary graphic terms, giving the Iranian regime just over a day to either make a deal, reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or face hell. If your children are watching, be warned, the president did not use polite language.
If your children are watching, the same children that we teach to, cut off their appendages, choose their own gender at 4 years old, teach them to call the president a schmatzi, take them out of school and go protest during school hours. If those children are watching, earmuffs, right? Earmuffs, if those children are watching. And Jake Tapper has turned into just basically an angry lesbian. I think Jake is an angry lesbian.
Are watching, be warned, the president did not use polite language. Quote, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. We should note that destroying civilian power infrastructure is generally considered to constitute a war crime under
Generally considered. Listen, he backtracks.
international law, though the president could argue that the infrastructure has dual use and also is utilized by Iran's military.
To break this all down, we have an excellent panel of reporters.
An excellent panel of reporters. That's a phrase I've never heard on CNN. Look at these people.
Margaret Talev with Axios, Zolan Kana-Youngs with the New York Times, and Mariana Sotomayor with the Washington Post. Good.
So we've got an angry lady with the glasses. The guy in the middle looks like Kid and Play. And another angry host of The View on the right. This is the excellent, unbiased panel. You see, this is a united colors of Benetton. Jake is the angry lesbian, angry Karen, and then these three clowns. P.T. Barnum couldn't find people better than this.
Good morning to you all. Okay, wow. That was, this just happened.
Yeah.
Trump is making these, he's been making these threats repeatedly. He has not been carrying through with some of these threats, but he's been talking about going after the civilian infrastructure, electric.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. These same people call the president a schmatzi and would celebrate him dying. We know that. Should the salt flow? I think the salt must flow. Looks like a Jaguar. It does look like a damn Jaguar commercial. Now, there's a part in here where I want to skip ahead. I don't want you to endure too much of this. But right in here, Scott Jennings has a zinger.
As possibly.
What is this, though? This is what I've been trying to figure out, right? And I've been a diplomat. I've been in a variety of situations where the words really matter for what you're trying to use your military objectives for.
Words really matter, except whenever people say horrible things, right?
And the words have been so all over the place. And today, seeing this on Easter Sunday with the Pope, of all people, saying that this, you should be using your words for peace, not for war.
The Pope. I don't want to offend any Catholics, but I don't believe the Pope is really our friend.
But I come back to, Lindsey Graham and his talk about holy war. I come back.
These people suddenly got religion on Easter, right? They suddenly got religion. These people are insane. They are absolutely insane. I'm not Catholic, but I don't want to offend anyone that is Catholic. I appreciate your faith. I'll say that. But at the same time, I can't play your game. I just can't play the games that you like to play.
That's being opened.
A few things this morning. First of all, happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you, Scott.
And second,
I told you to wear Easter clothes.
and I followed directions.
Okay.
Second, this story of us rescuing this airman is nothing short of incredible, and what the United States military is able to pull off. I mean, it's just amazing. So,
We're the only ones.
I mean, to say that we're thankful for this military operation this morning, it doesn't even capture how incredible it is. Number three, I think there are two things going on with the language. Number one, there's public posturing from both regimes, or our government and their regime. And number two, there is private conversation going on. There was some reporting just a few minutes ago from Trey Yingst at Fox News, who apparently spoke to Trump just a few minutes ago.
So Trey Yingst spoke to President Trump this morning. I believe there probably is going to be some back channel conversations happening. And I hope there is. The last thing I want to see is more violence in Iran. I don't want to see that. I'm sure most of you don't want to see that. Nobody wants just bloodthirsty loss of life of innocent people. But at the same time, they need to do something. There needs to be some real actions taken. I don't think Iran has learned any lesson, to say the least. And we know their intentions whenever they put out a bounty on a downed American pilot, a $60,000 bounty. So we know what they were going to do. Whether or not anyone wants to admit it, whether or not you want to say it out loud, but you know as well as I do what they would have done to this pilot if he would have been captured. You know it as good as I do. We've got more oh, look at this. This is fantastic. More images now are coming out about what was found at the wreckage. Iranian forces managed to capture an MRE teriyaki beef stick at the American forward base in Isfahan. If it would have only been bacon, I would have been much happier. Rest in peace to a great American hero. Absolutely. Look at this. We've got more stuff here. Got some bottles of water, I guess. They found toothpaste, MREs. Nobody eats the peanut butter. That will clog you up. And then some American underwear. Nothing says America like some good old American underwear that they found. You see that? I am so glad that they found this. And I'm glad he changed his skivvies before getting rescued. Nobody wants to get rescued with skid marks, right? Now we got more information coming out. Ukraine is up their game. Okay, great. The Ukraine story, I believe that Zelensky is just a little jealous because he's not been in the news. That's what I actually think is happening. Thank you for the super chat with there. Okay. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it. God bless you. $20 from Jody. Thank you so much on the Cash App. Thank you so much. I don't know what your stance is overall on what needs to happen next, what kind of vindication needs to occur, what your thoughts are on what we saw. This is the airstrip. I say airstrip, makeshift airstrip that they built to get this pilot out. But I believe there's going to be more hell to pay. That's firmly what I believe. And right now I'm all for it. And I don't know where you stand on this. Frankly, I'm not here to argue with anyone. I'm not here to debate anyone. But I will give you my opinion. And my opinion is that I believe we did the right thing. And anyone that wants to try to tell me that we didn't do the right thing, I would argue with you over that point. I would argue with you on that point. We don't leave men and women behind in the United States military. We don't. I saw something somebody said back in 1990, whatever, there was somebody left behind. Well, who was the president then? Who was the president then? Right? That would be my counter to anyone that says something different about that. Who was the president then, and who is the president now? Let's grab some phone calls here. I'd love to talk to you. Give me your feedback on what you think about this situation. Got some super chats and some memberships rolling in here. Tom and Bella, thank you for becoming a member. I'll put that up there if you want to become a member on the channel. Scan that in the top right corner with your phone. You can become a member on the channel. I believe that this president would do what he did yesterday over and over and over again. And if you have family in the military, this right here, line 2, what do you got, sir?
Well, I just have to say that was one sly move. 24 hours in, out, and on your way. I thought you could only do that at Maverick.
You know, I think you're right about that. I think this is Grimrath out of Arizona. Grimrath, thank you for calling, brother. And I agree. I don't think that do you think there's any other military around the world that could do what we did?
No. You know, we have special forces for a reason. I mean, these gentlemen and ladies, they train very hard. You know the training. You know what it takes. You've
got
been
some
there.
friends
You've
in that
seen
industry. Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
calling, brother.
Yeah.
God bless
You
you.
got a little time there. All right. Bye.
Happy Easter. Line 2. What do we got? Line 2.
Hey, Ben, it's Tammy from Tennessee.
Good morning.
I love it when
Afternoon, evening.
CNN want to say the threats from our president. It's not a threat, it's a promise, baby.
Do you like how they
Promises made,
clutch the
promises
pearls? You like how they clutch the pearls because Trump used the F word?
I
Isn't that
love a
amazing?
president that tells it like it is.
And I think it's odd. They clutch pearls and say, tell your children, look away. But those same people want to do things to kids to change.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I'm
I
talking
agree.
about?
Yes.
God bless you. Thank you for calling. Line 3. We're going down the call center here. Line 3. What do you got?
Yeah, this is Chase Benefield from Georgia.
Good evening, Chase.
I just wanted to let you know, thank you for everything you do for all of us. I'm not a member of the armed force, but I appreciate everything you've done. I look at everything that you do. You're the only news station that me and my family watch. I've got 5 kids and my wife, and it's very impressive what you do and how you keep towing the line for all of us. And I just
Well,
want to
I'm
say
going
that.
to
God bless you.
apologize to you first, Chase, because sometimes I get a little passionate and I start cussing like a sailor, and I don't mean to, but I am just a normal dude. And
No, kids need to hear that. Like, it's normal. That should be a normal thing, because kids need to see that sometimes as adults we have to say cuss words. We have to do certain things like that. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
just
that's a
get
normal
frustrated
situation.
sometimes with
Yep.
real,
And that's
with the real
100%
chaos.
normal. And we don't see anything wrong with that. And I just want to say, God bless you, sir. And thank you for being a patriot, and thank you for everything you've done for our country. And you have a good day, sir.
Chase, I appreciate it. Have a good one. Take care of you and your family. God bless you. Happy Easter. Line 4. We're going down the board. What do you got? Line 4.
Hello, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ben. You know, we have the weapons. How bad do we want to win? And it's all about winning. We don't start this unless we want to win.
You know,
So,
I think we've got a guy that hates losing.
yeah. Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I think we've got a guy that is not going to be shown up by these people that have gotten away with this same kind of thing for 48 years, 49 years, whatever it
Right.
is.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yes. They've been calling for our death for 48 years. 50
That's what everyone fails to remember is they daily basis they call for death to America. Thank you for calling. God bless you. Bobby, Tennessee, line 6.
Ben Dykes, happy Easter, and
Thank you, sir.
God bless our Seabees. That is what they do. That's the Navy's engineers, and they do that stuff under fire. It doesn't matter where. If there is a bridge to be built, if there's a runway to be built, they are right there.
I think the combat engineers in the Army as well. I think they do. They all kind of do the same thing.
Yeah,
if I'm
well,
not mistaken.
I was a combat engineer. I was also a regular engineer in the military, in the Army. And yeah, but you know what? Got to have those Seabees. Got to have them.
Thank
and I
you,
give
Bobby.
the Navy props and props to you. Happy
God
Easter.
bless you.
And happy
Happy
Easter
Easter.
to all the chat.
Take care, buddy. Let's go right here. We're back at the top. Line 1. What do you got, line 1?
G'day from Australia. God bless America, and we've got such hope and strength in you.
Australia. Thank you for calling, man. What time is it in the land down under?
It's just gone 10 o'clock on Monday, Easter Monday.
I've got a really good
AM
friend that lives
in the morning.
here. I got a really good friend that lives here. He's an Australian Army veteran. He lives here in the Ozarks in Arkansas. His name's Stuart, and he just got his American citizenship last year. I went to his naturalization ceremony, and he's very patriotic. And during the ceremony, when they gave him his certificate, it was 2 years ago because Biden was still the president. As soon as they gave him his, I yelled out a packed house, "Biden's your president too." And I thought he was going to shit his pants. I thought he was going to laugh his butt off. It was absolutely hilarious, you know. I was going to find this thing that he gave me. I've got he gave me this pin. It's got like a sun and it's an Australian pin from what he served in. But what is the sentiment in Australia with regards to what's happening with Iran and how Donald Trump is handling this? What's the sentiment from down there?
On the surface, the sentiment is left wing. Underneath, people are craving to see America prevail over Iran.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. That's exactly what needs to happen, because I believe what Iran has the capability of will affect everyone around the world. Thank you for calling, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. God bless you. And you know what? I've got some Vegemite in the cupboard in there. So there you go. Take care. God bless you. There we go. Australia. I figured he would just come in swearing like a sailor because that's my buddy Stuart. He does. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Love to talk to you. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Hey, Ben, it's been a while. I just wanted to, I'm so happy they rescued that soldier. Everybody knows what they would have done to that person, drag him through the streets. We all seen it. Decapitation, the horrible stuff. So I'm so happy. I was so emotional. And for all the military personnel and ex-military disabled veterans, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. And happy Easter, everyone.
God bless you. I appreciate you. Let's go here. Line 2.
Yeah, this is Super Trucker Ray. Do that to me one more time. Once is never enough for old truck driver Ray.
I don't know what to say there. I don't know what to say that we had Super Truck Driver Ray. Okay. Let's go line 3. Line 3, go.
Yeah, this is...
That's what we got. That is what we got. Super Truck Driver Ray. Well, I hope that your boyfriend. Let's go here, line 2. What do you got?
Hello, Ben.
Yes, sir.
This is Doug. I'm from Canada, up in Alberta here.
Good
I just want
afternoon.
to say you guys have the best president ever, Mr. Trump. And you know what? I'm signing up first. Alberta can be the 52nd state. And God bless the boys went in there and got that guy out.
What
I'm
is
a
the
veteran
likelihood of something like
PPLI.
that happen? What's the likelihood of something like that happen with Alberta joining the
man.
United States? I mean, real. Because I think Trump
You
is
know,
just trolling the Canadian prime minister whenever he says it. That's just my opinion.
I think he wants to get a reaction out of us. And you know what? We started that convoy here down on the border.
Yeah.
You know, and we mean business out here. Us out here, we kick the dirt, we kick the rocks, we drill oil, we work hard, man, and we don't take no shit even from our own government here, and they don't like it down there in Ottawa. And we're going to be separating, or we can come with you guys. You know, I'd rather go with you guys.
God bless you. Thank you for calling. Let's go to James in Virginia, one of my longtime supporters and callers here. What do you got to say, James? Floor is yours.
Ben, happy Easter. Well,
God
I've
bless
just
you.
kind of figured out something today that, thank you, there's something out today. The communist Democrats in the House of Representatives and also the Senate, they're upset that we rescued those pilots. They're madder than a hornet, and they won't even give Jesus a little talk today.
James, let me ask you this. I want to ask you an honest opinion. I mean, I'm shooting you as honest as I can. Do you really believe that they are upset that this was a flawless rescue? Because in my heart, I absolutely believe that.
Yes, I do. Absolutely. These people, Ben, never forget, they are evil. Very evil.
I'm gonna put this question to the chat as well. James, thank you for calling. God bless you and happy Easter, James.
God bless you, Ben.
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, do you honestly believe that the people that hate President Trump would have liked to have seen that pilot captured? Do you believe that? I'm going to put this for a poll vote. Do you think I'm just going to call them what they are. Do you think they would have liked to seen that pilot captured? Because I believe if he would have been captured, something horrible would have happened to him on live TV. Let's go here. Line 3. Thank you for holding.
Hey, Ben, how you doing? Hey, I'm just tuning into the show. I missed the beginning because I was at Easter dinner with my family, but
God
I am
bless you.
so proud of my president. I am so proud of my military for doing what they did. I never served, so I really try to refrain from kind of making comments. God, I am so proud of you guys. I didn't have the balls to do it. I wish I did. It's the biggest regret in my life. I am so proud. I'm so thankful that pilot's home. Been praying for him. I really have been praying for him ever since I heard of it.
You know, I'm going to get a good friend of mine to come on the show that was a weapons officer on an F-15. And I'm going to get him to come on because it touched a little closer for me because I've got this friend that did that job. And he's an absolute, probably one of my best friends on the planet. And just the thought of him being in a foreign country, in a desert, injured, cold, hungry, alone, running for his damn life with no communication. If that doesn't scare the hell out of you, because that is somebody's son, that is somebody's husband, that is somebody's father.
Absolutely.
Thank you for calling.
I want to buy him a wheelbarrow for his balls because he needs to have that for the rest of his life.
He's got to wear a hoodie
God bless
upside
him.
down to carry him around. Take care. God bless you. Line 2. What do you got?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
I'm 55 years old.
Thank
you. Know, the first time in my life, I finally see a president doing something for the United States.
Okay.
And caring about us.
Okay.
You know, all these other presidents just bite us all in the ass all the time. And finally, somebody's doing something for us, and everybody's against them. That's one thing I could not understand.
You know, I've said it before. The people that want Trump to fail would gladly allow America to fail to trip him up. You know what I mean?
I mean, my God, we got somebody in there that cares about the people.
Yeah.
A businessman finally in there doing something for the economy and taking care of the people. Period. It's amazing.
You know, it's inspiring as well because it makes me want to just do more. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Thank you for
Yes.
calling.
Fine.
God bless you. God bless you. I just found this. Somebody sent me this. I don't know where this came from. Who sent me this? I don't know who this is. I don't know who sent this, but I believe we need to play this. Let me clean this up so you guys can see this. What is this? Okay, here we go.
The tree that never had to fight for sun and sky and air and light, but stood out in the open plain and always got its share of rain, never became a forest king, but lived and died a scrubby thing. The man who never had to toil to gain and farm his patch of soil, who never had to win his share, the sun and sky and light and air, never became a manly man, but lived and died as he began. Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger wind, the stronger trees. The further sky, the greater length. The more the storm, the more the strength. By sun and cold, by rain and snow. In trees and men, good timbers grow.
Somebody sent me that. I don't even know who sent it to me. Talk about powerful. Wow. Okay, man. That is pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing whenever you see this. Special Forces landed two C-130s here, not knowing if they would get back in and leave. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Kamala Harris. I don't know what Kamala would have done with this. I don't know what Kamala could have done or if I would have trusted Kamala Harris to be in charge. Anybody says that they want Kamala in charge of this, you're crazy. Do you think the left would have liked to have seen that pilot captured? 94% of you say yes. That is scary as hell that 94% of you think that they would have wanted to see it. I don't doubt you one bit either. I don't doubt you one damn bit from being right about that. Because I believe the same thing. I absolutely believe that they would have liked to have seen that pilot captured and something horrible done to him on live TV. Because I believe that's what would have happened. And if you've got a family member in the military, that could have been your son, could have been your daughter, could have been your brother, your sister, your dad, your grandson. That's where I get confused with regards to how they support this crap. Line 2, go.
Ben Dykes, real quick. All these people that keep voting left supporting the left party are crazy.
Mhm.
And if I all I got to say to them is, if you keep voting left, we'll have nothing left. And as far as I'm concerned, our military, our men in uniform, hats off to them. The amount of effort and, you know, work that went into getting that pilot back, my God, it honestly, it makes me want to, I'm 33, it makes me want to go in the Army, because they just raised the age limit to 42 or something.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
I've never been so motivated in my life to go join the military as of right now, man. It's like, it gives me the chills. And I'm probably going to go shoot off some fireworks in celebration tonight for that guy. So God bless you. Happy Easter, and take care, sir.
You know what? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's pretty inspiring that you I mean, I'll just say this. Whenever I joined the Navy, I didn't do it because I had like a call to serve. I was a young high school, well, college kid. And my friend's dad, my best friend's dad, was a Navy vet. He was a Vietnam he was a Vietnam veteran. He was an engineman. He worked on the patrol boats that patrolled up and down the Mekong Delta. And he had all these cool tattoos, and he had a cool story for all of them. And he never really told any of his bad stories, you know, the stuff that you don't talk about. He always told a good story, and it wound up always drunk with a cool tattoo, literally. And me being the redneck kid failing out of college, I was like, man, I got to get some of my own stories, and I want some tattoos. And I've got a bunch of them. I've got stories. Portugal, and I don't even know if you're allowed to say this. I walked into a bar in Portugal. There were 25 midget strippers. And that's a story that you just can't, like, you can't explain until you've experienced it. And I will carry that to me or with myself to the grave. And I was a redneck kid from Lower Alabama. I never thought I would have the experiences that I did or the friendships that I have. And, you know, I just, I would not trade it for anything. And I would not change one thing. I have zero regrets. I'm not even saying one regret. Would I go back and change anything? God bless you. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. There were 25 midget strippers in that bar if there was one. I'm not even joking. If I gave you $100 and told you find 5 little people right now, you couldn't do it. I know you couldn't do it. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. If you want some stories like that, join the channel, get in the Discord. That's the kind of stories I try to share every now and then. Okay. Get in the Discord. There's a link in the community page where you can get into the private, chat there and connect with me and all these other people offline. I'm just a normal dude. I think it's funny taking phone calls from people across the world. Australia called in tonight. There's so many channels that are afraid of what you will actually say. I mean, we had the gay trucker that called in. Steer Class 5-90 C-130 Hercules. Call in. I'd love to talk to you about that. Let me put a link here. Join the channel right here. And I'm just a normal dude. I have a real job. I get up every morning. C-130 Hercules. Call in, man. I would love to talk to you about SEER training. I've never done anything like that. Never done anything like it, but I would love to get your take on what that pilot had. Hold up. Let's see here. Let's see here. I have no idea what that's about. You got to love it when your wife text messages you about weed killer. Literally texted me about weed killer. Thank you very much. Peter Stober. Peter's responsible for the golden microphone. Peter is responsible for the gold mic. It's like 14 karat gold plated or something. Thank you for the veterans, PDX. White Wolf, $10. Thank you so much. Peter, thank you very much. And Mizra's, I can't say it. Samkeys. Don't have my contacts in. Let me give you all a big boom shakalaka.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. We got 2,400 people watching right now. Someone has something to say or something they would like to talk about with what we just saw happen. If you're a veteran, I'd love to see your branch of service posted down in the chat as well. Y'all give me a call. If not, I'm happy to go and finish cooking dinner. I'm the dinner man tonight. Let's go right here. Line 2. Where are you calling from, line 2? What you got?
How you doing, Ben? This is Dave. I'm in Pennsylvania.
Dave, thank you for calling. Hold on, Dave. I got something for you.
Who is it?
It's me, Dave. Open up, man. I got the stuff.
Dave's not here.
Dave's got the stuff. What do you got, Dave?
Okay, a couple things. I called you about maybe 3 weeks ago. Your show was about those people flipping.
Okay.
And I told you why I think they're flipping.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that I forgot to mention is not only are they themselves, but they've influenced their entire audience to flip as well, which is very alarming.
Who's the worst
some
flip
of them
that you've
leave.
seen? Who's the worst one that bothers you the most?
That Luke.
Right. Yeah. Luke, he does the We Are Change, I think is the channel.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
But
I think people build an audience on one thing and then they either get bored with it or they maybe built it on something they didn't truly believe. What are your thoughts?
I think it's just over time and time again hearing the same thing, then they start doing that too. They start just getting persuaded to go that right way. And but I have something more important because this is going to blow your mind.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm on X. You're on X. I follow you on X.
Thank you.
Okay. I have uncovered, and I have receipts, but it will take too long to explain, so I'll make it quick. But I have uncovered that terrorist networks are using X as a platform to communicate.
1,000%
through various
agree with you.
other channels. Not channels, but accounts. They coexist. They're in different countries, and I have contacted X, but they will not contact me back, which
I
is
agree with
very
you.
bizarre.
I agree with you, and I want to say thank you for calling because I 1,000% agree with you. Send me a message on X with this information. God bless you. Line 3. What do you got, line 3?
Hey, this is Ben from Santa Barbara, California, deep behind red line. It looks like we may have a red governor if everything goes right.
Hold on. I hope you're not been drinking. I mean, it's late enough. You could have been. You actually think that you could get a Republican governor in California?
No. Hopefully, hopefully because things are so bad. I hope people here got some brains, but here in Santa Barbara, they're very liberal, and we're fighting the system.
I think that if California was to ever go red, it would be the end of the Democrat Party. But we both know the funny business they pulled on Biden, getting him into office, and I don't think they'll ever allow it to happen. Line 2, go.
Ben, what's up, buddy? It's Trucker John real quick. I just want to say I love you. I love the channel and all the patriots out there, and we are in we are right in the minutia of it all right here as being Americans and watching all that this is going on. And you know what, man? I got the freedom bird going off on me like an internal clock.
Hold on. I don't know where my freedom hat is. I had my freedom hat around here where I could press the eagle on it. Damn it.
If you don't find
there.
it, it's okay, man. But anyways, man, I just want to say happy Easter, dude. I love you and I love all the fans, and God bless America.
Hold on just a second. Quick question for you.
Yeah.
You listen to a lot of channels. You probably got it going while you're driving, right? I'm assuming.
every day you're one of my you're in the top 5. Put it that way.
Is there one that you listen to, or one that you used to listen to that flipped, that pissed you off?
Well, yeah, we already know his name. His name was Tucker.
Yeah, that's a sad one, ain't it? God bless you.
And yeah, God bless you too. Then bye.
Line 3, what do you got?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Line 3.
Yes. I just wanted to let you know I was on a mission back in the early 80s, and I was in that Atlantic Zodiac, and I got picked up by a sub that came from Ortec.
Autech, I know where that is. That's a range where we test torpedoes.
Yes, and now it's declassified. Before it was classified.
Sure.
And it took me all the way to Philippines because they couldn't turn around to Subic Bay before I can get a flight back to the U.S. It was funny.
I appreciate it. What did you think when you got on that submarine?
Oh, well, I have been on submarines before, but it was because I was alone on a Zodiac on a failed mission, and I just needed to get away to come back.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate you.
Well, I used to work with senior chief and master chiefs and so forth. I knew this one guy. I was in Savannah, Georgia, and we were in the bar, and he was down there till his daughter was getting married to a ranger from the 75th. And I was talking to him, and he said he was one of the guys that prepped the Enola Gay during the bombing of Japan.
Wow. That's crazy. Thank you for calling, sir. God bless you. Thank you for sharing that. Let's go line 2. McNeely, you don't have to worry about it. Go for it. Line 2.
Hey, Ben, C-130 here.
Hey, man, let me turn off the calls for a second.
Let's go.
So you went through SEER training, is that correct?
Class of 590, May of 1990.
Okay.
I went through SEER training at Fairchild. And,
Fairchild,
it
okay.
snowed there in May.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it snowed in May. We were freezing. They dropped us off right around Mount Rainier, and 17 miles of walking through the woods. The Marines are trying to get us. I'm with the Marines, actually. I'm actually an Air Force guy, but I want to say I went through the training with the Marine Corps.
Okay.
And these are some, and they were laughing at me, said, hey, you going to be able to do it? I'll tell you what, we carried the female major about the last 5 miles. We traded carrying her, but we said, no man left behind, including you, ma'am. She wanted to quit. We said, you're going to make it through training, survival. We carried her. And the way we train is the way we fight. I'm telling you this, that pilot, all he needed was himself and his training.
So he was prepared for everything. Now,
there's nothing that they could have presented him with that he wouldn't be able to handle. Nope.
There is information floating around that he was injured, that he whenever the when he landed from the parachute, he injured one of his legs, and he went 7,000 miles, or not 7,000 miles, 7,000 feet up this ridge, 7,000 feet up to get this beacon.
Adrenaline is a hell of a drug, brother, and we're trained that as soon as we hit the ground, you get out of there, because that's where they're coming, right where you're at.
They're going to that wreck.
And then you hide, man, but you're not out there running. You're not out there, navigating in the daytime, looking, flashing, trying to find somebody to wave down. The last thing you're doing ever is contacting anybody you see. You're going to be hiding. And
you have to assume everyone's the enemy. Is that right?
Absolutely. Everybody, including people who are going to pretend to help you. That was part of our training. These guys came out of the woods and said, hey, what are y'all doing? And we said, hey, could you help us? And they said, sure, we could help you. No, they cannot help you. You got to get away from those guys. Yeah.
Wow.
You are on your own out there. No friends until you are authenticated, and they will give you the authentication questions. We are all trained. And I'm sitting away from the computer, not looking at it, but I'm sure the chat's lighting up. If you
They
went
are.
through this training, you filled out that form with your special questions so that when you're on the ground and they say to you, hey, C-130, there's a guy swinging from a building. What's his name? I'm going to say Spider-Man.
See, I remember whenever I deployed, I went to Iraq in 2005, and I had to go through, I was what they called an individual augmentee. And I was working in England at the embassy support staff, and I got picked to go. And I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, I'm a submarine dude. Like, literally, you're putting a submarine dude in the desert. I'm like, y'all have to be desperate as shit to send me, right? So I had to go to El Paso, Texas, to some army base for like 8 weeks. Fort Bliss, I think is the name of it. And I had to go there. And I remember they like taught me how to dig a hole and shoot and all this other crap. And I'm like, Brer Rabbit. I'm like, put me back on a submarine, dude. I'll go hot rack. I'll go mess crank. I'll go wash dishes. So I remember they had this thing. It was like this card, and it's exactly what you're talking about. They would ask you like, it was like all in sentences. Like, you sure do have a nice dog. And then you would reply with, my dog's got a red collar on or something like that. Right.
Yes. And you must know your authentication. You're going to be nervous. Your adrenaline's flowing. You got to memorize this stuff. This is your survival.
Yeah.
So that's how you're getting home, is by Spider-Man swings from the building.
And then the other thing I remember they told us, and this blew my damn mind. They told us if you get into like a firefight, right? And you have to check to see if the people are alive on the ground. The way they told us to check was you thump their eyeball, because apparently the nerve in the eye cannot be faked or something like that, no matter what.
Yeah, it'll generate a reflex. It's very,
right.
It's a lot of nerves in the eye. You're right.
It was crazy. Thank you for calling, man. Shoot me
My pleasure, Ben. Thanks for taking my call.
God bless you.
And I appreciate it. We'll see you in the chat.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And thank you for sharing information a lot of people don't know about. God bless you. C-130. There we go. Man, what a great call. Great call. Lines are open. Lines are open. Let's see here. Salute to your daughter. My daughter is still a Marine and my other daughter is Army. I've had uncles and great uncles in country. My late husband was Army. God bless you. Superb caller. We get some good ones, don't we? We get the wackadoodles. Line 2, go right ahead.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Line 2.
Hey, my name is Olivia. My dad loves your channel. We had a question we wanted to ask.
Sure.
Do you think the 10 oil barges gifted from Iran are safe?
You know, I heard that they had filled some tankers up and they were giving them to the United States. I don't know, because I know oil, you can't really scan it like you can water. The potential for something being inside of that oil is there. But I'll say this, I know I'm not the smartest guy in the room, so I'm assuming that the United States military or the Secretary of War in Trump's administration would also not, they don't want a Trojan horse. You know what I mean? Like something bad in a gift. I agree with that. And I want to say thank you for calling. I really appreciate it. It takes a lot of nerve to call in live show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. All right, bye.
And big shout out to your dad. God bless you. Sounds like he's raising a good kid. There we go. Don't be nervous. Call in. You're more than welcome. I used to argue with people. I don't argue with people anymore. I just don't. Whoever calls in is smarter than I am. C-130, thank you, brother. A lot of people are very excited when we get somebody like that. Let's see here. As a biker, Ben, you know that everyone out there is trying to unalive you. Every car on the road is trying to kill you. Absolutely. That is absolutely 1000% a fact. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. For those that don't know, A lot of the money from super chats and memberships, you might have seen some stuff there in the chat. I send Bibles to members, veterans. I'm also trying to get a bunch of guitars together to send to some veterans, and I've sent 11 guitars across the country. Line 2, go. Turn that audio down in the background, please.
Hello.
Yeah, turn the audio down in the background.
Line 2, good. Oh. Turn that audio down in the background.
Call back. Call back. Let's see here. Yeah, it's interesting that I saw a lot of names pop up of people that they don't trust anymore. Spin up diesel in a mason jar, water separates. I'll try that with a giant boat. Ben, can they use a sonar device to scan inside of the oil tankers? I don't know. I don't know about that. Have zero clue. 150 miles he traveled on a 150? I don't think he traveled 150 miles. I mean, in 24 hours? I am going to call bull crap. I don't think on that one. I don't think it's 150 miles. But hey, I've been wrong before. I'm happy to be wrong again. Very comfortable with being wrong. Go line 2. What do you got?
Oh, I was just wanting to tell you that my husband spent 23 years as a mechanic on the C-130s as a prop mechanic.
Really?
Yeah. And it was just amazing, all the work that he did and all the places he went. And I wanted to thank you for your service.
Well, thank you for being a military spouse. That is that's a tough job because you do everything whenever the military guys are gone. You know, men and women are gone. That's a tough job.
Well, I appreciate that. Actually, he's my second husband. My first husband was Army,
Okay.
and he did the communication stuff.
Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate you. God bless you. Take care.
God bless you. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Yes, ma'am. We can't forget that. We can't forget that today is Easter. Hold on just a second. Let's see here. The Boss. That was The Boss. And not Bruce Springsteen. Not Bruce Springsteen, the boss. The real boss. My real boss. Guys, gals, girls, I think I'm going to get off of here. I think we might have taken just enough calls. Well, let's see what we got. We got one. We got a couple more. Line 2. Go right ahead.
Yeah, hello, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, say, I was just watching on one of the mainstream media thing. They had 5 experts on there. And my dad always said the definition of an expert, an X is a has-been and a spurt is a drip under pressure. And those guys are definitely that.
Do you like how a lot of people do become experts, don't they? They make themselves into experts, I guess, right?
Yeah, they think they're smarter than what they are. That's for sure.
I agree. Thank you for calling, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
God
Bye-bye.
bless you. God bless you. Great call. Guys, gals, girls, this is the Ben Dyke Show. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to finish cooking dinner. My boss called. It's almost like she flicked the light there and turned on the light in the porch. I want to grab some of these super chats because these are very important to help my mission of helping some veterans get service dogs. What exactly is the mission in game in Iran, Ben? I believe the mission in game in Iran is to have a country not ran by people that are saying death to America. I believe that is the end goal. I believe the end goal is to not allow people chanting death to America to have nuclear weapons. I believe the mission in Iran is to have a country like Iran not be in charge of 90% of the world's logistics. That's what I believe. Hookstead's copy and paste. I don't know who that is. Who's Hookstead? Copy and paste. I'm not sure who that is. If you like my channel, smash a like and subscribe. If you don't, I'm not for everyone. I'm salty. I'm sarcastic. I get angry just like everyone else. And I don't consider myself a expert. I don't consider myself an expert. I'll see you in the next one. You guys take care. God bless you. Happy Easter. Jesus is alive. Don't let anybody tell you any different. And don't fall into this doom and gloom crap. There's a lot of doom podcasters that are just selling hatred and fear. And hatred and fear, it sells. It really does. People love to be scared. People love to be angry. I believe people like being angry. That's what I would say that. I would say people like being angry. People like being scared. People like being triggered. The only thing that really triggers me or makes me angry is all this equipment that Joe Biden left in Afghanistan. All of this was left in Afghanistan by Joe Biden. If you want to get mad at something, get mad at that. If you want to get mad at certain people, get mad at the people that allowed this to happen. Because the same people that are freaking out because we lost some aircraft are not saying a damn word about that. And there's channels that will just try to scare the living tar out of you. It's pitiful. It's a damn shame. But you know it as good as I do. It's the Ben Dyke Show. I really appreciate you tuning in. God bless you.